Hey, hello everybody, InfoDude here, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'm going to go to my save file here, which has one mom kill on it, and 0 mom's heart kills, because you recall last time I went in there with one heart container and got killed by a laser eye. I have a Lazarus run here started because I accidentally hit restart at the end of the last one, and today I'm going to play as Azazel. Azazel, I do not like. I do not like this character. He starts with 3 black cards, the ability to fly, the Fool card, which teleports you back to the room you started in on any given level, and this tiny brimstone laser, which I honestly don't like because it forces you to get pretty close to enemies, which can sometimes cause you to take silly damage against really easy enemies. He's a really powerful character, he's just not my favourite. Favourite character is probably Eve, because she's, I think, the most interesting. Red Heart I can't use, but Azazel can get Red Heart containers. Famine is one of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which we unlocked the first time we killed Mom. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about with Azazel, making dodging harder because of his stupidly low range. But just look at that damage output. You can't really, you can't argue that the damage output is bad, which it isn't. It's just that it makes dodging a lot harder because you have to get right close. He's really good with a few range upgrades, like the Trinket Tapeworm is really good for Azazel because it's a massive range increase and it makes his Brimstone laser way longer. I shouldn't be talking during the boss fight. It makes his Brimstone laser way longer. A Ball of Bandages is an orbital. If we collect 2 of them, it'll become level 2 and shoot Charm Tears. 3, it will do something else, and then 4, it will become an independent entity and just wander around and kill things by itself. It's honestly better as an orbital. I think it does 7 damage per tick as an orbital, and then I think 3 when it's walking around, so it does more damage as an orbital. I took some stupid damage against Famine, which I really shouldn't have, but it wasn't red hot damage, but that wouldn't matter anyway, because this isn't floor 2 or beyond. You can't get a deal with the devil on the first floor. Isaac's Fork gives you a chance to heal when you kill an enemy, I think. Deadeye, okay. This is a really good item, and I have absolutely no idea how it works with Azazel. Basically, what it does is, if you continue to hit shots on enemies and not miss, then you get a damage up. I'm gonna guess that it doesn't work very well with Azazel, because you'll hit the enemy a couple of times with some ticks of your Brimstone laser, and then you'll do a bunch more ticks when you're not on an when your laser isn't on an enemy, and you'll just lose the bonus. So I think it will do like maybe a tiny bit of extra damage against enemies that last longer against the Brimstone laser. Like if it's an enemy that doesn't get one-shotted by the laser, then yes, I'll get a damage boost. But other than that, I don't think I will. Like basically, as soon as I one-shot an enemy, I'll do damage ticks, and I'll lose the bonus because I'm not hitting enemies. At least I think that's how it'll work. To be fair, it's not as if Azazel is in desperate need of damage ups. I mean, yeah, they're useful, but still not as useful as range upgrades. Range upgrades are really where it's at with Azazel. Another bomb, it's good. Fool card is of course very useful for stealing an item from boss rush, but since I haven't done boss rush with any of the characters yet so far, it's really better for the purpose of unlocking things to just do it. Just do it! That was very stupid, that shouldn't have happened. Have to wait for this guy to come over here. Yep, get some things. So I've now got 1 black heart, which puts me very much in the range of being dead. Which I directly now am. Okay, I'm just gonna restart. One of the many reasons why I do not like Azazel. Range makes it... Like, for example, I can't even outrange these enemies. I have to get close enough to guarantee to get hit by them if I don't dodge like downwards in enough time. Like that. Not that it's really the fault of the character. Like, obviously Azazel is a character I have to learn to get better with. Getting close to enemies and not taking stupid damage to them. tarot card is the Hermit. Hermit is a sharp teleport, which is a teleport that's better than the Fool, so I'm going to stick with that. Even if I end up using it for the same thing, i.e. to escape boss rush. That was excellent, okay. Only going to lose half a heart for going in here, for being in here. Wheel of Fortune, pretty much worthless. No bombs to blow it up and no money to use on it. Okay, boss is Monstro, this shouldn't take too long. Azazel's damage was slightly nerfed in a patch to Afterbirth. What initially happened was that his I don't think his damage was nerfed, I think his range was nerfed slightly, or no, it was his charge rate, sorry. Getting this completely wrong. His charge rate was nerfed, Tears and shot speed up is good. Tears with beam weapons reduces your charge time. What happened was his charge time and his damage got slightly nerfed. And together it made him basically much worse. What was actually intended was his charge rate should go up slightly, but his damage should remain the same. He was fixed in a later patch, but still, it's funny for a while that he was pretty much impossible to play as. Monkey Paw, I think, gives you a black heart if you're near death or something like that. Trinkets are something I definitely need to learn more about. This is a tinted rock, which could be useful, which means I need a bomb. Boss room is right here, so I may as well just stop in and murder it. Couple of occasions during the course of that boss fight where I pretty much couldn't believe I didn't take damage. So got the deal with the devil and black powder. Black powder, pretty good item. Not a terrible item. I quite enjoy using it. It's an interesting item. For those of you who don't know what it does that when you make a circle out of the powder, and that does damage over time to enemies if they're inside it. It's actually surprisingly good. Like the damage output of it is really good, especially against bosses. You'd think it'd be good against stationary bosses like Gertie, but Gertie is big enough that it's really hard to get a full thing around him. Just give this here. Pretty much came in here on autopilot while I was talking about black powder and Gertie, so pretty much a waste of a key. I've got another key though, so I can come in here and get Halo of Fly. No, Distant Admiration, not Halo of Flies. Halo of Flies is icon, it's a 2. Distant Admiration gives me another way to deal damage, like that. It's basically, it's a fly that does damage. It's slightly harder to use than Azazel's Brimstone Laser, so I'm honestly not going to try to. Another heart though, pretty much makes up for some mistakes that were made. Okay, pretty much a straight line through there was good. And no tinted rocks in here. And I don't have a bomb, so I can't get the other one I saw, so just down to the next floor. This is B2. Okay, B2. Yes, because I got a devil deal. Okay, down to C1. Caves 1. Not flooded caves. And I haven't unlocked catacombs yet, so I think I want to go in here just because it's only going to cost me half a soul heart. That's not really something I'm interested in. Because I don't have red heart containers and I really don't want to use my soul hearts on it. Soul hearts and black hearts. These enemies, which you probably know by now I don't really like with regular characters, or even harder with Azazel, because you have to be close to them. And when you're close to them and kill them, they explode. They explode in your face and damage you. That was pretty bad. Okay, it's that. Another key to open this door, which is Golden Teleporter. This is interesting, and I don't have anything to re-roll it with. Golden Teleport 2.0. It takes you to a room that you haven't seen yet, which includes the... I'm going to use these to damage everything. Excellent. Chain reactions. I have to focus on this room, so that explains, hopefully, my lack of saying things. See, that's what happens. The explosion, however, did reveal my secret room, which I'm totally fine with. So it takes you to a room you haven't seen yet, including the IML room. So if you've seen all the rooms on a floor and then use it, this is I don't know, bomb. If you've seen all the rooms on the floor and then used it, will take you to the error room, which means you can get some free stuff, which is good. Free stuff, of course, being approximately 100% better in most cases than not free stuff. I think I am actually going to use it after this room. That enemy dropped a black heart though. Monkey Paw. Monkey Paw did that. If you can, you should be able to see. I can't now because I have to lean around my water glass to look at that area of my screen. But it's now. Okay, that was nerve-wracking. It's now got 2 of the fingers up on the Monkey Paw instead of all 3. Basically, when you get down to half a heart, it drops a black heart on the ground for you to use. That's how that item works. I am now 100% sure of this because I just saw it happen. And it does it 3 times, and after that, the trinket ceases to exist. It just disappears. So I'm going to use Teleport 2.0. Okay, a bomb, which means I can go back to my secret room and open a stinted rock and hopefully get another soul heart. 2 soul hearts, great. Increased chance of devil deals for not taking red heart damage because I don't have any red hearts. This room's fairly easy. Something that I did a practice run earlier in the day. This is much better. I'll come back to the hermit card once I've probably used this card on the boss. I did a practice run earlier in the day, just as a sort of benchmark, and just so you know how much your ability to play the game goes down when you start having to talk over it. Basically, the first practice run I did, double frail. Oh man, this is bad. Yeah, strength card, definitely. No, Q for card. The first run I did, I got the... That's really good. I got the Basement Boy achievement on my first Basement 1 and 2. I didn't take damage there and I don't believe it. Okay, I took damage there and I do believe it. Shut up to focus on the boss. Yeah, so I got the Basement Boy achievement on my first run, and now I don't know if you saw in the last video, dying to Monstrous Lazarus. So it really is. It's a difficulty spike, but honestly, I think I need it in the game because it's getting pretty easy. Not gonna lie. On normal mode, at least, I don't play on hard mode much. I'm not gonna play on hard mode on camera at all until I've mastered normal mode and talking. It's a good point though. If you're like a fan of a game and it's gotten like pretty easy for you because you've played so much of it, you should absolutely try talking while playing the game at the same time because it's a difficulty spike that most people don't expect. Like if you give somebody a game and say, play this. I got a pretty fly from the machine. That's good. If you give somebody a game and say play this game, then they will play the game and they will probably be fine depending on how skilled of a gamer they are. If you give somebody the exact same game under the exact same conditions and say play this, that fly just absolutely saved my life, and I can go behind this because I can fly. And say play this game and talk about what's happening in the game as you play it, the concentration will go down about 20%, and possibly even more than that. I know mine absolutely does. I'm just going to use the teleporter as often as I can. Boom, spiders make me very... That's fine. There you go. Oh, Lucky Rock. Excellent. That's for, I think, just destroying rocks. Probably. That's not great. I don't think it does no, that's just... Actually, a bit of a range down, I think. What that usually does if you have tiers is when your tiers hit something, they will split into 4 smaller tiers that do slightly less damage. I have no idea how I got hit there. But, nothing I can do about it, really. They'll split into 4 smaller tiers that do slightly less damage, but it's still pretty good because it's like it's DPS up. But with Azazel, because he has the fake sort of pseudo brimstone laser, it's really just made everything harder. It is still a damage up though, so I think that's okay. Oops. Okay, so at least everything in the room is dead. I can say that much. I have 1 heart container. I'm gonna use a teleporter. Okay, focus. What's in here? There's a card and there's a boomerang. Boomerang is not a great item, but I don't think it's better than teleporter. 2 diamonds doubles my money. I'm gonna buy a key and I'm gonna donate to the machine. Try and... Nope. Okay. Well, that's as much as I'm getting, and I have exactly enough to buy the boomerang with no repercussions. So I'm going to just so it's in my item collection, and then I'm going to take the teleporter and I'm going to leave and go and seek greener pastures far afield in the caves. Card is lava, so it drops 2 red hearts, may as well use it here. This pill is full health, which does nothing because I only have 1 heart container. And I died. Great, excellent. I honestly have absolutely no idea how long this video is because I don't have my timer on like a fucking idiot, but I'm just gonna end it here, seeing as that's my 2nd Azazel death, I think. And say goodbye for this video. So if you enjoyed watching me get killed as the most powerful character in the game twice, then please leave a like, leave a comment if you have any tips for me to be less bad with the best character in the game. And I'll see you in the next one.